Hi guys, welcome back to the Nails channel, and if you want to create this look, then just keep watching. So first things first, you want to take Shy Time. This is one of our beautiful transparent nude colours, and we are just going to give these nails a little tint. And this is just going to be the ones that are going to have a design on. On the others, we're going to take Base Coat and Bonsai, mix these together to create a nice, rich colour for the base of your torty style nails. We're going to be doing a lot more of a dramatic tortoiseshell look today. I wouldn't say it's a traditional tortoiseshell, it's just something along the lines, but really super rich, and we went with this ready sort of transparent finish for the bottom. I've done 2 coats here, as you can see, and then we are going to go in with our shade Indulgence. This is a reddy brown colour. It's really rich and deep, and I thought that would look really nice set off against the transparent bonsai underneath. Grab a dotting tool and create your patterns along the whole of the nail. These don't have to be symmetrical or neat, just do whatever your brain wants to do, be free-handed with it and just get creative. Next step is this gorgeous light brown shade, Chestnut Wood, and I'm just going over that nail now just to diffuse the 2 colours ever so slightly. Once you've done that and it's cured, take Serious Black and your dotting tool again, and then with just some swirly motions, you're just going to go over those darker shades now, and you can slightly hang the Serious Black over these colours if you want to just create a little bit more depth and a bit more shade and light. As you can see here, I've gone over some sections and not the others. Then I've used Chestnut Wood again, and I'm just going to go over the edges and mix the 2 together. This just diffuses it again and creates a little bit of a softer finish. I was really feeling this set at this point, so I took Serious Black and Coffee Bean to create a slightly deeper brown, and we are going to do a cutout nail. When you're doing a cutout nail, you want to make sure that you do a line through the centre of the nail to place where you want the centre line to be. From there, you are then going to draw almost like a smile line up to your side walls, right up to where the cuticle is, and then back down to the tip. Once you've laid out your lines and you're happy with the thickness, you can then fill in the sides like I'm doing here. And on the other hand, as you can tell, we've not done the same nails on each hand. We decided to switch it up a little bit, which makes it more fun. I've decided to do a circular outline around this nail. This can be a little bit tricky sometimes if you haven't done correct prep work around the cuticles, so really make sure that you take your time to prep and clean up your edges before you start this design. Here I'm going in with a second coat. Nothing too difficult with this, literally just a second coat and then cure it. And we are going to do the same with the outlined circular nail in a second as well. Right guys, if you're following along, then the next nail on this hand is going to be a French tip, and we're going to use the same brown colour. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking so far of this set. Me and my client were kind of just freestyling it, but we were so obsessed with the finished result. We were really happy with how it turned out, and I really think that autumn coming in is going to spark my inspiration because I just love all these brown colours and all the warm shades. I'm super excited. And on that note, with colours on the mind, if you want to receive a lovely 10% discount on your next order when you are purchasing and restocking all of your autumnal shades for the autumn season coming up, make sure to check out the description box below. There's a link there for the website, and if you go ahead and pop all your colours into the basket, you can then use my code styled by Meb10, and that will give you a lovely 10% discount on your next order. For the next 2 nails, we are doing chrome. So as you can see, while I was chatting away about our 10% discount, I was top coating the nude base just so that we didn't mess up any of the nude. And then I've gone in with my Serious Black for this particular hand. And I am doing an outline again, but it's going to be a wiggly outline, as you can see. There's no technical way of describing this. It's just a wiggly one. On the other hand, I've gone over with the whole nail with black. So to be honest with you, I didn't need to go over it with top coat. I don't know why I did that. You're going to do a layer of black on that one and a layer of black on this one. one swirly one, one full one, and then we have gone in with our second coat on both nails. The second coat on this one, I've used a little bit of Clear as Day Builder Gel mixed with Serious Black to create a slight 3D effect on top of this nail, as you can see here, and then I will go ahead and cure that. I've then used Clear as Day Builder Gel here to just pop on a slight 3D effect on top of that nail as well. This is just going to give us a little bit of dimension for our chrome. I've gone in with our gorgeous chrome pen in gold, and I'm just popping this all over those edges. You can see where the 3D effect is now kicking in, and it looks so beautiful. Take a little sponge if you need to get into all those little nooks and crannies, and as you can see in a second, it's going to come out really cute. And then we are just using a little bit of acetone and a brush here to clean up around the edges. This is a really good tip for cleaning up your chrome powder. Right, next up, I feel like all I'm doing is talking. I can't catch up with myself. But the next nail is Acrygel. So we've used a little bit of our clear Acrygel, and I've just popped 3 petals onto the nail, and I'm just using a little silicone tool here just to move them around and create the perfect petal. I've said petals so many times. And then here I'm doing the same. I've just prepped my balls here of Acrygel. I've got a lot of acetone on my fingers here and the balls so that they don't stick to me. Now I'm going to show you how to create a really easy 3D flower. So take your silicone tool and just press in the center of your bead, and then press the end of the petal as well. So you'll see me pressing first from the center and then going in at the end of that petal and just popping it into a little point. You can use your silicone tools here to maneuver this product around and just create that perfect little lip so that it looks like a 3D flower. And then on this one I've already done it, so I'm just going in here with butterscotch and I'm just doing a base for our flower. The butterscotch colour looked really nice, it was very warm. I think it gave a really nice base to the flower. And then I've used coffee bean in here and some Serious Black as well, just to create some fine lines. I'm really into my realism, and I feel like I like the realistic effect on flowers, so I tried to go in with a lot of small fine lines. Once you have placed down your first shades for the little fine lines on the center of your flower, you're then going to take a much darker shade. Obviously you don't have to do this in browns. If you're doing it in pinks, blues, purples, you just find the darkest shade of that you can, and outline the center of the flower and also the outer edges, and this will also just create some light and depth, and you can start to see it's really coming together now. It's looking very realistic and super cute. So I completely forgot to add this in, but I did just go in with a little bit of Simplicity, which is one of our really light nude shades, in the center of that flower, and then I just used Indulgence to create some dots. It was just to add texture. So we're coming to the end of our set now, and I've used rhinestone glue to stick these gold studs on. It was just to add a little bit of a shine and sparkle the set up a little bit. You can purchase our rhinestone glue now. This is really good. It's very strong for sticking on anything like this or anything that's 3D. You're probably thinking, what about the thumbs? We will get to the thumbs in a second. I was saving them till last. I just wanted to make sure that every other nail was finished. So that's how we're looking so far. We're both very happy and I think they look wicked. So take your airbrush machine and chestnut wood. If you don't have an airbrush machine, you can use our gorgeous soft beauty blenders that we offer on the website. They work just as well, but I like my airbrush machine. If you are using an airbrush machine, please, please, please make sure that yourself and your client are wearing the correct PPE. This is really important because you are going to have a lot of product and fumes flying around in the air. I also keep all my doors and windows open when I'm doing this. As you can see, I did an ombre tip and an aura center, and then I went in again with my chestnut wood and created some lines and a flower. And then I just popped a little bit of crystals and studs on them as well. And now I'm just top coating. And you're probably going to see that I added some pearls as well and a couple of little extra studs just at the last moment because I felt like they needed a bit more adding to them. And yeah, just going to top coat. We're going to add some cuticle oil and then you're going to see the finished result. I really hope you like this set and I hope it sparks your inspiration for the autumn season approaching. I loved creating them and I'd really like to do another version of this as well. Pink pineapple oil here, by the way, smells absolutely out of this world, so make sure you get that. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling on now and I'll let you look at the final results. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Make sure to drop us a like, comment, and if you haven't already subscribed, hit that button and the notification bell to see more lovely nail tutorials from us and our team. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.